Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to do is we are going to open these two boxes. This is the MonsterBass box for February. I actually got this box a little bit late this year, so that's the first knock on it, because this is MonsterBass versus the MTB Pro box. And the reason we went with these boxes is because they're, well, relatively the same price per month. They're both for bass fishing. These are the bass fishing boxes from each company. MonsterBass only does bass fishing at the moment right now, and this will be the last box I think MonsterBass comes in. They are going to a reusable tackle bag, a plastic go bag for their monthly subscription. So I'll leave a link to both of these in the description below. If you want to check either one of them out for yourself, feel free to. Alright, so what we're going to do today is we're going to open both of these boxes and compare the value of the lures inside. See which one has the most, well, bang for the buck. We'll tell you what these boxes cost per month. And now there's a bait card inside to tell you the value of the baits. I think there's a possibility of 10 baits that you can get in each box. So we're going to start off with the MonsterBass since it's on top. Open it up. Here's the bait card. I think you get 5 to 6 baits. Alright, the February box, when this airs, it'll be March when this airs. I'm just now able to make this video because of the delay in shipping. But this is the February MonsterBass box. This is Strike King and BioBait takeover, so all the baits inside will be from Strike King or BioBait. You have the possibility of getting any of I think 5 of these lures. So we have the possible baits you could get inside are the BioBait Switchback, the BioBait Stinko. They didn't get real creative with the name, did they? The BioBait Leech, the Strike King Swinging Sugar Buzz, the Strike King Red Eye Shad, the Strike King Pro Model 3XD, I believe those are all KVD baits, the Strike King Comeback Jig, and the Strike King KVD 1.5 inch flat side. Alright, let's see what we got. They're either doing the same thing as MTB is doing with the ruler. Tips for catching a MonsterBass spring, summer, fall, and winter. That's pretty neat. That's interesting. Lure suggestions. Okay, we are in winter now here. Mid to late winter, early winter. And headed into early spring. Hopefully soon. The pre-spawn. Now in Pennsylvania where I live, you got to be wary of where you bass fish during certain times, because we are not allowed to tournament fish or fish bass on bed. We're not allowed to fish bass during the spawn, and the season opens in June. Alright, well, the first bait we're going to get in here is going to be the 1.5 diving crankbait Strike King KVD. Let me put this over here somewhere. So this is the flat side. Excuse me. Yep, the flat side. Now they have this listed MSRP at $7.49. So that's a $7.49 crankbait, Strike King KVD. Go ahead and leave this open here. The next bait that's in here is the XD Strike King Extra Deep. Strike King 3XD. I don't see that on the thing. Oh, okay. Pro Model 3XD. Okay, here we go. They have this MSRP at $6.99. Threw me off because they're different colors. I know, I should expect it. So this is MSRP at $6.99. The Strike King KVD 3XD dives 10 to 12 feet, so it's a diving crankbait. Okay, this is a lipless crankbait. The Strike King red-eyed shad. This is not a red-eyed shad. It says it is, but it doesn't have a red eye, so I can be a red-eyed shad without a red eye. But they call this the red-eyed shad, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. That looks like a sexy shad pattern to me. But they have it. This bait retails, this lipless crankbait, at $7.99 MSRP. If you were to buy this individually, it'd be $7.99. We got some terminal tackle. This is the Daiichi hooks. This is world's sharpest hooks. A 4/0 red, 4 of them. Always like having terminal tackle in these boxes. That's where I really wish these boxes would go. I wish they I think it would be more interesting if if these boxes were set up to fish. So if you had the weights, the terminal, the hooks, the baits, the plastics, all in the box, set up to fish, where you just need your rod, your reel, and your line. Take the box out, go fish, see what you can catch. That's, you know, I enjoy the surprise of these boxes. Is like getting a gift in the mail. But I do wish they would head more toward ready to fish. That would be pretty neat. I think that would be a nice competition. Just all you can take is the box, ready to fish. That's a good challenge. But here's the Daiichi hooks, the 4/0 for this MonsterBass box. Sticker, photo sticker. That's a little different. I don't know if I would put that one on the freezer. And we got 2 packs of plastics here, and they are full size, so I will give MonsterBass that. There's no samples, they're full size in here. This is BioBait infused with fish oil, manufactured in the U.S. Never dries out. New patented formula. And this is, what do you call it? This is the BioBait Switchback. And it says the perfect marriage between a durable modern plant-based fish oil infused formula in the shape of a timeless classic. So this is a fluke. This is a fluke style bait. And the MSRP is for $5.99 a pack. It's got different ways to rig it on the back. You can wacky rig it, go to weedless or a swim bait. It says save the fish, proven safer for fish, help BioBait push for fishing conservation. Scent never dries out, made with real fish oil, proven to outfish the competition, and proudly manufactured and formulated in the USA. So we have the fluke there, the BioBait Switchback, and this is the BioBait Stinko. They didn't get very creative with trying to make it a different name. So this is a stick bait. This is a stick bait like Gary Yamamoto's Senko. Most people call all stick baits Senkos. Senko is a name brand by Gary Yamamoto. So if it's not a Gary Yamamoto bait, it's actually just a stick bait. But I think I even call them Senkos. So same thing, infused with fish oil. So it's scented. Never dries out, made with real fish oil, proven to outfish the competition, etc., etc. Safer, you can, of course, everybody knows there's all sorts of different ways to rig a stick bait. That's also listed on the back by BioBait. Pretty soft, look durable, but they look like every other stick bait on the market, so which work. But these retail also for $5.99. This is a 5-inch. So you know what? I'll do the math. Alright, we had the stick bait at $5.99. Switchback at $5.99. I'm sure I'm going to edit this part out. So I got $40.44. Let me do the calculation on that. Calculator. Let's see. Clear. 5.99 plus 5.99 plus 7.99 plus 6.99 plus 7.49 plus 5.99. Yeah, $40.44. Alright, so after some calculations, we have $40.44 worth of baits in this box that came. I have to look up what the monthly subscription price is on this thing. Get out of my analytics. Which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure and click over that red subscribe button. We really appreciate that. We're really growing right now. We'd like to keep up the trend. You can check out other videos in the playlist here, okay? Hopefully you find something you like. MonsterBass. Now it says a $54 value on the front page here. I got 44, and the National Series, which is what this is. This is the Bass Box National Series. Is $25.99 a month, and we had $40.44 worth of baits in here. So pretty good value this month on it. If you know these baits are your thing for bass fishing. So now you can get your first box cheaper, obviously, with some coupon codes from some of the people with MonsterBass. I'm not with MonsterBass, but hey, MonsterBass, if you want to work with me, hey, let me know. Comment box below. We can work something out. But I'm not with MonsterBass, but so regular monthly subscription price is $25.99, and then there was $40.44 worth of baits in this box. Now, the one couple of issues that I did have this month with them. One was shipping. They were very late on shipping. Evidently, they're running a skeleton crew over at MonsterBass, so they're very short-handed, and I understand that during this COVID year and all, but COVID has affected a lot of people, and I'm afraid this one came on time. Really on time. February 2nd, this was in my P.O. box. This didn't arrive till like February 18th. And that's the reason we're behind on making this video. And also to me, and I'm going to catch some hate for this, these are the same bait. These are the same bait. I know there's different colors, there's different patterns, but these are the same bait. And this is not a red-eyed shad. This is a sexy shad, not a red-eyed shad. I would think a red-eyed shad would need, you know, red eyes. But I'm sure it's an effective bait. It's a lipless crankbait. Actually, this pattern probably works better in most areas than the red-eyed or the red lipless crankbait certain times of year. The bluegill pattern. The bluegill will be, or the sexy shad pattern. Shad will be the biggest forage for most of your northern lakes. But so the lipless crankbait and the two diving crankbaits. But like I said, to me these are the same bait. You know, fish ain't got, they can see, but fish ain't got the greatest division. They strike mostly from the vertical line. Well, that's the MonsterBass box, and we've got that squared out of the way. $40.44 worth of baits in this box. $25.99 subscription. The NTB box is, let's go ahead and get that up over here. No, not YouTube Shorts. You can check out my YouTube Shorts too now. They're really hitting. Mystery Tackle Box. Let's go to mysterytacklebox.com. Your fishing tackle subscriptions. Get started. Alright. Okay. Now, this is actually a little bit more expensive per month right now. This is $29.99 a month. Excuse me. This is more expensive right now. This is $29.99 a month for the Mystery Tackle Box Pro. They are the only two that are relatively close. You can get a higher, I think $35 higher box from MonsterBass, and you can also get panfish now. I just found out. I don't know. Of course, now Mystery Tackle Box has been around for a while. This is by the Catch Co. company. They're also doing a lot of work with Gugon. I'm sure you've heard of them. So I actually, you do get. Now, the difference, supposedly, one of the differences in MonsterBass and Mystery Tackle Box is MonsterBass is they make their boxes individually for whatever region you're fishing in. Although with that Strike King bio bait takeover, it looks like you're going to get one of two boxes there. It's just whatever happens to be, because our water is frozen over right now, so a lipless crankbait wouldn't be very good regional. Well, no, you can jig a lipless. I guess I could technically do that, but a crankbait I couldn't crank. You can't crank over hard water. All right, we have inside of this box. First thing we got a little jig here, Tightrope Baby Fireworks Super Jig. The super jig is Tightrope $4.29, so $4.29 for that super jig. Kind of expensive for a little jig. It's tungsten. Tungsten's expensive. Tungsten's expensive in general. This is a green pumpkin blue 2-aught. These are pretty wild looking, pretty neat. These are the Savage Gear 4D Crawl. That'd be nice to put on that jig. So you got some terminal and something to fish on and something to put as a leader. So I like that so far. The 4D Crawl is $4.99 MSRP. It says scented. I don't know. Anise maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to open it to find out right now. Free sticker inside. Where? 5-piece, 3-inch scented 5-piece 4D Crawl. Free sticker inside, it says. I don't see it off the bat. Maybe it's under the cardboard here. We'll check that out. Details, ultra realistic details, floating PVC construction, scent infused. Like I said, these retail for $4.99. It's what you're getting. Okay, 10,000 fish. I've seen these before. This is the Sakashi bug. Now this kind of resembles, it's a creature bait style soft blast. It kind of resembles a Helgermite a little bit to me. Helgermites were back in the day were smallmouth candy up here. People used to, like, they were sold back in the day. Helgermites, live Helgermites, were sold in bait shops so much that they actually put a knock in their population, I believe, and they made them where you couldn't sell them. They said they just caught too many fish. I don't know how true that is, but that's the story. All right, we have another stick bait. This was from Westin. They don't even get creative with the name. They just call it a stick worm. So this is the Westin stick worm. This retails for $5.99. This is a 5-inch, 5-piece. Nice little bait. This one is in blue, black with blue flake, black and blue. That's a good color, especially in if you're fishing some stained water. You get that profile, get that dark contrast. This is the Flat Crank 60 DRF, the Lucky John from Lucky Strike. Not Lucky Strike, Lucky John. My apologies. Gotta have to edit that out. This is the Flat Crank 60 DRF Lucky John. This is a mystery tackle box exclusive. So this is made and sold by Ketchco for mystery tackle box only. And now, if you want to get this for yourself, if it's a mystery tackle box exclusive, you'll have to. You can get this at Carl's Bait Shop, or Carl's whatever that is .com, which is also a branch off of Mystery Tackle Box and Ketchco. ShopCarls.com right here. ShopCarls.com. So they have this retailing at ShopCarls.com for $9.99. You think that's worth 10 bucks? Okay, that's a little ridiculous. A micro crankbait, $10 crankbait. Yeah, I gotta go. This is a little ridiculous. That's you're retailing that a little bit too much. Quite a bit too much, actually. But we got the KVD version of this, which was bigger with stronger hooks. It looked like it was about half that price in the MonsterBass box. But that's what they claim. They claim this is $10 value, so you're getting a $10 value in this box. I can't see this one. I can't see that being a $10 value, but I've got nothing else to compare it, and you can only get it at Shop Carl's or Mystery Tackle Box. So we're going to say $9.99 is the MSRP. And no, I don't think it's worth it. Spear Point. Oh, I like Spear Point. These are nice. The Spear Point 3/0 wide gap hooks, but this is only a 2-pack, so you only get 2 hooks. They have this retailing at $1.80 for 2 hooks. I'd say that's about right. From Spear Point. Some of the hooks that they put in these boxes are pretty pricey. It says our black nickel finished hook was designed with the laws of physics in mind. Spear Point performance hooks patent V grip technology forces the fish into the V of the hook, which holds the fish in place, delivering increased landing ratios. It's a fancy hook. It probably works. I could see it doing what it says it does with that design, the bend there. Get a good hook set in. So, but that's what I was saying before. I do like when terminal is in the, when they put terminal in these boxes. I really wish these boxes would go to where you just take the box, ready to fish. All you need is a rod, reel, line. You know, they claim to be monthly tackle boxes. Let them be tackle boxes. That's how I'd like to see these subscription boxes go to. Okay, now here is a square bill crankbait, and this is made by Guggen Squad. Okay, now there is a difference, believe it or not. The baits, the hard baits that say Guggen Squad on them, if it has the squad here, now that is a collaboration where they're working with Ketchco. So Ketchco is making these, and it's a license agreement with the Guggen Squad to make Guggen baits, or Guggen Squad baits. I know it gets confusing. But see, the Guggen Squad baits are controlled by Ketchco, our mystery tackle box. Ketchco. Sorry about that. Camera battery died. I don't know. You might not see that in the edit though. As I was saying, this is the bait card had blah blah Guggen Squad banger, and it MSRPs for $7.99. Now, as I was saying before, if you see baits with Guggen Squad on them, that is a collaboration with Ketchco. Ketchco is making these Guggen Squad hard baits. These are not Guggen baits. Yes, it's a Guggen bait, but they're not Guggen baits. Guggen baits is a separate entity. So the soft plastics Guggen baits, the CEO of those is actually the owner of Favorite Rods. While the Guggen Squad collaboration baits, the hard baits and the spinner baits, are with Ketchco and Mystery Tackle Box. So there's the difference. That it's like a licensing agreement. It's pretty much what the Googan Squad baits are doing right now. But this is the Googan Squad Banger. It is a square bill crankbait that retails for $7.99 in this mystery tackle box. There are also some stickers in here. That one's pretty neat. I like that. That'll probably go in the freezer. Some tips. The NTB Hat Guys Monthly Spotlight Tightrope Baby Fireworks Super Jig. So the monthly spotlight is that super jig that we first took out of the box. 4 ways to retrieve the fireworks super jig. Drag it, hop it, stroke it, swim it. It's got some different information there. Some tips and tricks to use that super jig. The Dibble Tips and Tricks from Mystery Tackle Box. All Mystery Tackle Boxes come with these, the Dibble Digest. This says 6 tips for fishing in tough conditions. Those tips might come in handy in most of the country right now, as they're facing tougher conditions than they probably ever have before with the Arctic freeze. 3 vertical jigging tips to get deep water bites, stinky minnows, jigging spoons, plastic grubs. So you can check out the Dibble Digest, my morning routine, my alarm ringtone, floss, morning cup of coffee, bathroom break, immersion bathroom, Instagram break. Call my friends with a boat to come pick me up on the water casting as the sun rises, catch my first fish, continue to rip lips before work. Arrive at work at Ketchco office, do important chief fishing officer stuff, stop for lunch. So it seems like Dibble has a pretty good day most days. Alright, so that's the mystery tackle box. Let's add it up. This one was $29.99 monthly subscription, so let's see. They are going to beat that, I can tell you, just by what they claim the MSRP is on that first bait. I will tell you, I don't think I would pay $10 for a small crankbait. There's just more affordable options out there. But, you know, it comes in a box, so I do like its size. And I like that color. Looks are sharp. That can be the one. Let's go ahead and open that up. This will be the one we open up. Got some rattle in it. Nice lip. Good color. It's a nice looking bait. But it doesn't look much nicer than any other crankbait on the market, and I don't think I would be paying 10 bucks for one. But, you know, it's all in what it's worth to you. If it catches you a lot of fish, then yeah, it's worth 10 bucks. If you get your PB on it, it's worth 10 bucks. Let's go ahead and add all this up, and let's see what the total value in this box was. Put this stuff back. Oh, also, they have this contest that runs every month. They put the ruler on here. So you keeper requirements for contest entry. 6-inch panfish, 12 inches for trout, 14 inches for bass, 16 inches for walleye, and 18 for everything else. 14 would not be a keeper bass in my state. It needs another inch. I wouldn't keep a bass anyway. They're a lot better eating fish that swim in the water. And honestly, with the size requirement, you're hurting the population by keeping bass. If they made them smaller, you'd be helping the bass population. Anytime, especially if there's a lot of small bass in the water, anytime you have a lot of small bass, they're all fighting for the same food supply. So none of them ever get very big. They all stunt each other's growth, fighting for that same food supply because there's too many of them of that small size. Just food for thought. So let's get all this back in the mystery tackle box here. See if we catch us any tournament winning bass this year on any of the tackle in these boxes. Let's go ahead and open up our laptop, get our calculator out. Alright, $9.99 for that Lucky John I don't think so, but I've got nothing else to go by. $7.99. Let's clear that. Okay, 9.99 plus 7.99 plus. Now, $7.99 for the Googan Squad Banger. That's about right. $5.99 for the Westin Stickworm. $5.29 for the pack of 10,000 fish Sakushi Bug. $4.99 for the Savage Gear 4D Crawl. $4.29 for the Catchco Tightrope Baby Firework Super Jig. Now, that's a little bit expensive for one jig as well. I will say that. $4.30 for, you know, after tax, you're looking around $5. $5 for one hook and jig. That's a bit up there. Now, it is tungsten. Tungsten is pricey. I'll give you that. But still, it's small. There's not a lot of materials there. Plus $1.80 equal $40.34. So this one is $4 more expensive, and there is actually $4 less worth of lures. Now, I don't know how I would rate that, because there were more lures in this box. So MonsterBass claims that their retail value inside is worth $4 more, but you only got 5 baits, while MTB, you got 7 baits counting the jig. Well, MonsterBass, did I count the hooks? I don't think I counted the hooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 counting the hooks, the terminal. 7 counting the jig here. Although jig is more tackle than, well, I mean, it's all tackle, but jig is its own separate piece of tackle, unlike hooks. So 7 with the mystery tackle box at $40 and, what did I say, 43 cents? 34 cents. $40.34 with the mystery tackle box. $44 and however many cents I said before for the MonsterBass. You go back in the video and find it out. So all in all, they're pretty much close in value. Which one do I like more this month? I don't know. It's pretty close for me. Well, I fish a stick bait and a, well, there's a stick bait in both. A fluke quite often, as I do a lot of finesse fishing here. That's what we have to do in our water. It's very heavily pressured. So, the MonsterBass might be more geared toward the style of fishing I have to do right now with the fluke packaging and them being full packs. There was the Westin stick baits in the mystery tackle box, so I mean, yeah, it's really close. The MonsterBass is less expensive per month and had more value in the box. However, I will say those, you know, 2 of those baits were exactly the same to me. Those 2 crankbaits are the same bait. Yeah, they're different colors, but they're the same bait. So there was more variety in the mystery tackle box, and there was a little bit more value in the MonsterBass. But hey, you decide. I'll leave the link to both of them in the description box below. You can check out both mystery tackle box and MonsterBass for yourself. Decide if it's worth subscribing to you. I'm not sponsored by either one of them. No big deal to me. I can't give you a link or a coupon code. All it did for me is make this video. So this is MonsterBass versus mystery tackle box. I hope this helps if you consider needing one of subscription services. Hey, if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, we really appreciate it if you would. Give us a thumbs up on your way out. We'll catch you next time.